Hi there, welcome to today's video all about Universe Cash. And you might be thinking to yourself, what the heck is Universe Cash? Well, welcome. I am Tanya Wasayo, the founder of The Courage to Be Happy, and we are going to be talking about Universal Cash or Universe Cash. What is this? How did this term come about? So I made up this term years ago because I come from the premise that we live in an abundance universe. We don't live in a place of lack. And even though we've been tried to be convinced by culture, by media, by our families that there's lack everywhere and that we need to get our piece of the pie because no one else is going to be able to get it because there's not enough for everyone. I don't believe in that. I believe we have plenty of resources. Mother Earth has plenty of resources. When certain resources come out, we have the resources of our imagination to come out with new solutions. And I do believe that there's abundance of money for every single human being on this planet. And from the moment that we were born, we deserve to be rich. And riches in every shape and form, not just money, but also riches of wealth, of health, of joy, of friendships. So let's talk about Universe Cash. And if we come from the premise that money comes from source through people, because here's the thing, a lot of us think that money comes through people. And it really doesn't. It comes from something bigger than ourselves. It comes from universal intelligence. And if we can believe that money comes from that universal intelligence, from source, from spirit, from God, whatever your term is, I'm going to use spirit, I'm going to use source. That's the term I feel comfortable with. But if we believe that money comes from source through people in the form and shape of opportunities, then we start realizing how abundant we are and how much abundance exists around us. And I'll give you some examples. This is how Universe Cash shows up. You might be going out for lunch with a friend and you're having a great lunch. You're about to pay the check just comes and your friend says, no, let me pay for it. I want to take care of you. I haven't seen you in a while. We haven't gone out for lunch. I'm paying for this bill. Ding, 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 ding. That's the first sign. The universe is sending you cash. It's sending you abundance. And so you want to start paying attention to how much abundance is around you that we take for granted. We don't think about it. We're like, oh yeah, well that, my friend was going to pay for me anyway. Or maybe it was your parents that took you out for lunch or something, or your boss, But here's the thing. I'm a big believer that where our attention goes, energy flows. So why not focus our attention on Universe Cash, on the abundance that exists around us? Another example would be if someone comes to you and they give you a gift certificate to your favorite restaurant, a gift certificate to a spa. Maybe you get this just because. Maybe they give it to you because it's your birthday. Maybe they give it to you as a thank you. That's another source of Universe Cash, a gift certificate. So you want to start paying attention to how this is showing up. I already gave you a couple examples. One is a lunch. Someone pays for your lunch or someone pays for your coffee. This happened to me the other day, maybe like 3 weeks ago. We were setting up some estate sales for my daughter, and so that she could have her little stand and sell her things. And she was going to sell some donuts. So I stopped by Dunkin' Donuts. And I was going to get like 3 boxes of donuts, and the woman in front of me could not find her money or her wallet. And the guy that was in front of her said, don't worry, I'll pay for her stuff. And I think she just felt bad, and she waited until I put my order in and she paid for my order. So we were playing one of those pay it forward. I'd never been part of this. I had heard about these things. But that's an example that I was going to pay whatever it was, 25 bucks in donuts, and someone else paid for me. That's the universe, that's source working through people. and gifting you the abundance, the prosperity, the cash, the money that you need for whatever it is that you're using, that you're doing. So another example, let's think of more things. There's so many ways that you start seeing universe cash as you're moving around with it. Another one is when you go to the grocery store. Maybe you go to the grocery store or any store and they suddenly say, ooh, you just saved 15%. That item happens to be on sale. You want to look at your receipt and you want to see, oh, I just saved $15. And sometimes it seems like it's not a lot, but let me tell you, where attention goes, energy flows. You start paying attention to this, and at first it might be the penny that you find on the ground, which, by the way, what do you do when you find a penny on the ground? Do you just walk by it and think, ooh, that's dirty, I'm not going to pick it up? Or do you turn it into a game? I find a penny on the ground, I grab it, and I go, yes, ka-ching, 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 thank you, send me more from wherever that came from. So universe cash can show up as a penny on the ground to $1 that you saved on your groceries or on an item that you bought. It can show up as a gift certificate. It can show up as a free lunch, a free coffee, a free gift. Maybe someone just gives you a bouquet of flowers because you're just beautiful and they wanted to give you a bouquet of flowers today. How much would that have cost you? And here's the next step that you want to do with universe cash. The first thing is looking around. Now we're starting to set up our antennas, our radar, and we're paying attention and seeing where there's abundance in our life. We're paying attention. We're becoming aware. The second step you want to do with universe cash, so more comes your way because where attention goes, energy flows, you want to start tracking it. So here's a fun little game that you can do, that I do with my clients. I've been doing it myself for years, on and off. Some months I'm off and I forget, but it's such a fun game. You want to find either a paper or a small little notepad, or you can keep a little journal. I do it on my phone. I open up an Evernote and I just have a note and I set an intention for the month. And here's where you start tracking your powers of manifestation. I'll set an intention at the beginning of the month and I'll say, oh, for the month of July, I want to make $200 in universe cash. And I started small when I started this game, and because I really didn't even believe that this would be possible. I'm like, will I be able to get, to manifest $200? So I was playing small, and I encourage you, if it scares you and it intimidates you a little bit, start small. Say, you know what, I'm going to manifest $50 in universe cash. And as you're moving along and you start seeing your powers of manifestation, you're going to want to increase that quantity. You'll go from 50, then you're like, oh, this month's intention in August, I want to make $100 in universe cash. So you keep track of this, because if you can keep track of where the money's coming from, and it's in a fun way, instead of keeping track of where we're spending our money, like with budgets, this is a reverse. We're keeping track and we're keeping a budget, not a budget, but we're keeping track of the money that's coming into our life in different shapes and forms. That's the whole thing. Universe cash is really, it's money, but it shows up in different forms in our life. So keep track, and as it's showing up, you write it down in your little notebook, or you write it down on your apps. And so I'll write down, say let's just use the examples that previously, my friend paid for my lunch and it was $25. I'll write down the date. First, I'll write down the amount. I'll say $25 given to me by a lunch by my friend Petey, for example. And then then you put the date. Then the next one is I went to the grocery store and they told me that I saved $3.50. I'll write down $3.50 at the grocery store and the date that it happened. And then by the end of the month, you tally it and you add it up. And oh my God, I just have to tell you, you will watch how your powers of manifestation and your abilities will either match the number that you set your intention for. That's why I'm a huge believer in the power of intention. If we go around life just at free will and just the whims of everything and see what happens and what happens to fall on my lap is very different energy than going around having a clear picture, whether it's your vision, your dream, or your goal, or your intention for the day. And you will see how you manifest. I'll be so curious. I can't tell you, I have so many stories of clients of how money has just showed up in their life of universe cash. From manifesting a bed that would have cost them, $500, $600, $1,000 to signing up for a course and getting bonuses on that course that are maybe valued at $200 extra, $300 extra, $500 extra, and keeping track of this. And the more you keep tracking it, the more it starts expanding. It's like what you appreciate appreciates. You start appreciating your universe cash, and then you start seeing this appreciation. And let me tell you, money loves speed. So suddenly you start focusing on this, and it starts like the snowball effect. It just starts picking up in speed. It starts getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. And when you least know it, it'll be mid-year. You've been doing this for 6 months, and suddenly you started at $50 intention, and you're manifesting over $1,000 or thousands of dollars on a monthly basis from universe cash. And so that's the whole theory with universe cash. But do you want to hear a ninja move, an advanced move of what you can do with universe cash? Yes, I thought you would. This is what I encourage my clients to do, and I do for myself. And it can be scary, but if you start it, it's all about creating habits in our life. I've mentioned it in several other videos that habits are more important than the amounts of money. Is you want to take that amount of money that showed up in your life in universe cash and match it. Take it out of your bank account and put it into your wealth account or your freedom account. The money that you're going to use, that's going to be your, it's going to self-generate, it's your golden goose. It's going to keep, you're going to invest it and you're going to make more money with that money. And like I said, it's easy to match a $50. It's easy to match $200, but then suddenly you're at $1,000 and you're like, oh my God, can I match that amount? Like, should I be pulling that out of my account? But here's the thing, if you do take it out immediately when you got that universe cash gift, like say you, like that example of going to lunch and you spent $25, take that $25 in cash and put it in a different section in your wallet so that you know it's universe cash. And if you're not paying cash and you're doing it with credit cards, keep track of it. And then you would have paid the $25 with your credit card. So why not pay yourself? This is all about paying yourself, about gifting yourself. The universe is wanting to give you money. It's wanting to give you cash. So why not give it to yourself? So that's my whole secret about universe cash. I'd love to hear if this is something that you've practiced, if this is something that's new to you. If it's new to you, please share in the comments. I'd love to hear what things you're manifesting through universe cash. I always love hearing these stories and keeping track of it. If you've done it, but maybe you've just been doing it in your head, I invite you to do it on paper. And please share in the comments below. Tell me how you're doing with universe cash. Tell me what you think about this concept and if you've been using it or not in your life. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. You'll get more juicy videos like these in the future. We tend to have them out every week, and you'll get notified for it. And please share with family, with friends, with other women that want to manifest. That's our powers of manifestation, ladies. So think of 3 other women that you could share this video with that would benefit, that would enjoy this video. Until our next video, I am Tanya Vasallo, the founder of The Courage to Be Happy. And thank you so much for being with me today. I appreciate your time. Take care. Mwah.